Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel once again. So today we are going to learn how we can paint bulbs. You can call it Christmas bulb or normal bulb, it's totally fine. But before jumping into the painting, let me show you how we can draw all these bulbs. So what you need to do is you can create a rectangle kind of shape like this, having circle, and then combine circle and these rectangle together, and then create a little bit outer structure going outer to the rectangle shape like this, and then you can end this socket with some curves lines. So the extended part is also in a curve way and the last line is also in a curve, and then you can create a bulb shape. The bulb shape is totally up to you which kind of bulb you needed, but as far as socket structure is concerned, I have kept this structure similar for all the bulbs that we have. And then you can do a little bit of extra shading and detailing in the socket area. You can keep the bulb as is, or you can trace things with the help of pen. You can keep it little longer, rounder, oval, whatever shape you like to have. So in today's video I'm going to use 3 to 4 shape of this particular bulb having the same kind of socket in it. So I have already created my composition. You can see the socket area is same for all the 4 bulbs that we have, and this one I have created a little leaf kind of structure, longer, rounder. So now you have learned how we can draw all these things, then trace everything with the help of pen, do a little bit of extra shading in the socket area, and this is the basic structure that we have. You can do all these things directly with the help of watercolor, but this is line and wash technique. So I have lined everything with the help of pen, and then we are going to wash it with some watercolor. So let's start with the painting. I'm using lemon yellow color. You can use any shade of yellow based on what kind of color you need into your bulb. So I'm keeping everything direct so that you don't have to mix and match everything in color and all. And then you can create a patch in the center with the yellow color with the shape of bulb itself. So if it is an oval shape, then create an oval structure. If it is something like this, then you can create exactly same kind of shape, but keeping a small negative space in between. Negative space as in white area, so that we can get some shiny effect from the center. And you need to repeat the same thing for all the bulb based on the shape that you have. So this is a little bit longer, so I'm creating little longer structure having very fine negative space in between. Maybe you are not able to see it, but it is there. If you end up not having any negative space, then you can pull some of the color from the center with the dry brush technique, like I did for the first one. Now with the help of clean water, just try to blend the hard edges around the structure that you have. If you are going to do this particular step just after doing the patch, you will get better result, but I'm doing these things simultaneously for all the bulbs that I have. So you will get faded edges, plus you will get a little bit shade of yellow in this particular area. So we have 2 structure of same kind of pattern, right? Just fill the inner circle or inner structure with very light shade of yellow, which we are getting from the edges of the yellow patch. I'm not adding any extra color, just to avoid any hard color into it. Now with the help of orange color and tip of the brush, you can create some extra pattern at the center. So it is more like some wiring stuff going on inside, and you are getting some dark shade from in between. So something like this you can do. If this is spreading a little bit because of wet, you can wait until it gets dried. If it is spreading a little bit, it's totally fine. Now with the help of watery consistency of color, and that too yellow and little bit of orange in it, I'm adding same kind of structure like my bulb is around the bulb area, but there is no pen drawing here. I'm just creating an outline kind of pattern with the very light shade of yellow and orange color into it, and with the watery consistency, so that we will not end up having any hard edges. So avoid hard edges in this particular step, especially once you're done with the coloring. Get some clean water and rub the corners so that you will not get any hard edges into it. You can use ample amount of water to wash it, and that is why you need to use watercolor sheet, maybe more than 300 or at least 300 GSM. Once you're done with the applying water around the corner or edges, you can add dark shade. I'm using dark gray around the socket area, but make sure your background is wet enough so that you can use dark shade to get some background. So I have mixed blue, yellow and green color together to get some gray shade. You can use black color itself in a lighter form to add some extra effect into your background and in the socket area. Background is totally optional to do. If you are only interested painting bulb, you can concentrate only that part itself, avoid the background touch. But keeping background little dark, you will end up having brighter bulb area. So that's why I'm adding dark shade around the socket area and to create some background also, leaving the bulb area intact. Like this you can do for the background, or else just skip the background part and focus only on bulbs to paint. Now I'm adding more dark shade around the socket area. You can do all these things once your painting gets dried also, but doing it with the help of wet sheet gives a very nice background effect. So you can do all these things when your sheet is wet. And let it dry for some time, and then you can start painting your outer area of the bulb. So between these two sections, and we have this fine line, right? So we need to fill this with the help of orange color. You can use bright yellow color, or you can use different shade of orange. It's totally fine. And fill this area. My sheet is still wet, but my inner portion of the bulb is dry, so I'm easily able to paint these things. But if your sheet is not dried enough, just wait and let it dry for some time, and then do all these things. So I'm repeating the same thing for all the 4 bulbs that we have. Now you can see some bulb effect into our painting, right? And then add some extra color around the bulb shape itself. I'm using this bright yellow orange color, and I'm applying this color around my bulb area. So this is the shine that we are getting out of bulb. So something like this you can do. Do not forget to keep some negative space into your bulb. It's very important to have. So that's why our inner portion of the bulb is still white, but keeping things very white is also not good. So we are going to paint those area as well, little bit, not too much. But before that, see if you're getting any hard edges. If at all you are seeing, just wash it with the help of damp brush and clean water. And then for the inner circle, I'm just adding color here and there, leaving some negative space also. And the color is very light in shade, so it should not overpower your white area. And you can keep little bit dark as well, it's totally fine, because we are getting the lights around the bulb, inside the bulb, everywhere, but having little bit of negative space is important, so keep that thing in mind. Outer brightness, inner brightness, and some bright color in the outer section of the bulb. You can also add a little bit dark shade. I'm adding this black color around the socket to make it little darker as compared to the background. As of now, the background and the socket area is of same color, so I want some extra color into my socket area, so I'm adding black color. You don't have to worry about shape and all, because everything in detail we have done with the help of pen, so it's totally fine. Now if you feel like you need bit of extra shade of color inside, you can add it, but again, it's totally your choice how much brightness you need. And I think I'm done. You can sprinkle some white color if you want to, so this is again optional, but you can do some kind of extra detailing into your background. So you can sprinkle some color over to the socket area. Do not touch the bulb area, otherwise it won't look good. And we are done with today's video. Hope you have liked this video. Please do let me know if you have any kind of feedback for me, and thank you so much for watching my videos. See you guys in the next video.